What is the one thing that inspired you to open up a donut shop?
I think we will always be creative. We will always be inspired to do something um, with food. Even with the donuts alone, we're inspired constantly by our customers or our neighbors who bring in fresh fruit or whatever it is from their backyards. I think it's amazing. Um, we change our menu every day based on what inspired us that day. um, hey, we get fresh lemons today. Well, we'll make lemon meringue donuts. Or we got berries, of course. We'll make a mixed berry donut. I was missing a cheese plate, so I made a cheese donut. It's there's constant inspiration out there. It's art, just rainy days makes us want to make a hot chocolate donut. It's just, if we don't make donuts, I'm sure we'll find something as exciting and as creative and as stimulating. I don't think we can possibly stop creating food. This is our passion. You're so overproofed. You should probably edit that to just a couple of flips. I had to literally flip them over and over to set the outside faster, because otherwise it will expand so much.
How does your donut shop different from others?
It's not your ordinary donut. Even fitness fanatics who say they don't like donuts, they come here often enough that I'm starting to think that they lie to me. Um, they think they really love donuts, but then they say, no, your donuts are different. It's not just your treat. It's not a sugary treat. In fact, they're not very, very sweet. They're always very well balanced in flavor. We create our donuts as if they're a composed plate, where you have your starch, your protein, and maybe your side dish. It isn't complete until you put all those flavors together or those components together. So it's very important that your main ingredient, the dough, is really, really good. So anything that you put on it is just literally a glaze on the donut. You bite into that dough, it's not cloyingly sweet. It has a good texture to it, a good pull, a good structure. It's not air. We're not selling air. It's not poofed up dough that when you pinch, there's nothing to it. That's why they're cheap. This has structure, this has flavor, this has body, and it has a lot of integrity. We make everything from scratch, from the dough to our toppings. I even make my own handmade sprinkles because I don't like the waxy texture of most sprinkles that you get out there. I wanted it to be really as natural as can be. I am not a proponent of, healthy eating, so you eat my donuts. I am not going to say my donuts are healthy food, but I can bet you that they're probably healthier than most food that you get out there in a lunch plate. You know what I mean? We use real ingredients, and we can pronounce every ingredient that we put on it. There's no preservatives. It's all fresh every day. We all
What are the things that consist in a full working day of this donut shop?
This is so much work. It's so silly. You have to be passionate about this to do the kind of work that we're doing. It takes hours. We hardly sleep. And then people ask me, how do you keep track of everything? I was like, I don't sleep because I actually love doing what I do. I could simplify it. We can make just one variety of dough and just change the toppings. But no, we don't stop there. We want the dough itself to have a lot of character, a lot of flavor, a lot of integrity, and different. And in this case, I think the difference is what makes us the go-to for what donuts should be. We're creating donuts like nobody's ever had, and I feel really, really confident that that's the reality. And you can go to the mainland where donuts are apparently so huge now. I started making donuts not realizing it's trendy, but it is everywhere else. But if you look at what most people are doing, they're just putting some really cool, fun toppings for shock value, if you will. A lot of times I think it's too much, it's overdone. Like I said, we create our donuts like one meal. It has to all come together. It has flavor, texture, that's all thought of. Those details really, really matter to us. So our workday usually starts somewhere around anywhere between 10 p.m. to midnight, depending on the day of the week. On the weekends, we obviously start as early as 10. And then my husband usually rolls the dough. I would have made the brioche dough at least a day in advance. So that the dough has been rested by the time my husband rolls the dough, around 10 or 11 p.m. After he rolls them, the doughs have to rest for a few minutes, anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour before we can cut them. We cut them, we proof them, we fry them, we cool them, we glaze them. By the time all of these are done, usually it would be around 5 o'clock in the morning when we box our donuts to deliver to our accounts in the hotels and other coffee shops locally. And then we finish more donuts for the store. We open our donut shop at 7 a.m. currently. And by then, we really can't produce any more donuts because we need another day to produce more donuts for the afternoon. So and then usually we stay open around 1 p.m. That's the goal. But oftentimes we sell out by 10:30, then we shut down. But the work's not done because once the store's closed, that's when I make my dough. So again, I go back to the kitchen around maybe 1 p.m., make dough, and I make at least 4 to 6 different varieties of brioche every day. So my work sorry, cut that. My work day really is from about midnight to 6 or 9 p.m. Yeah.
That was great.